The great alien court was full of noise and laughter. Hundreds of aliens sat in the round hall whispering and laughing. They came from 10 different worlds. Their skin was red, blue, green. Some had 3 eyes, some no eyes. Some walked on legs, some floated like balloons. But today they all gathered for one reason. A human was captured. In the middle of the court, inside a glowing energy cage, sat a man, quiet, still, and smiling. His name was Daniel Reed. He looked simple. No weapons, no armor, no fear. He was the first human ever to be caught by the Zargon Empire, the strongest empire in the galaxy. These aliens ruled hundreds of planets. They crushed every species that said no to them. But this man, he looked so calm. General Vork, the leader of the Zargon, stood in front of him. Vork was huge, 3 meters tall, with black iron skin and sharp yellow eyes. Vork laughed. So this is the famous human, the terror of Earth? This weak little thing? The other aliens laughed too. Is this all humans are? Skinny? Soft? Small? One said. Another alien whispered. He looks harmless. Maybe humans are not dangerous after all. But Daniel just sat there, silent, smiling. He did not speak. He did not blink. He did not show fear. General Vork stepped closer. You are brave, little human. I like brave slaves. I may keep you alive to clean my ship. Daniel looked up, meeting Vork's yellow eyes. I will not be your slave, Daniel said softly. His voice was calm like cold water. The court went silent for a moment. Then the aliens laughed even louder. You have no choice, human, Vork shouted. You are in our court. You are trapped. Your weapons, your machines, your army. All gone. Earth is far away. Here, you are nothing. But Daniel still smiled. Something in his eyes made Vork step back, just a little. At the edge of the court, a small alien servant hurried to Vork. The servant was shaking, afraid. My Lord General, the servant whispered. Be careful. The humans. They are not like other creatures. What do you mean? Vork growled. The servant lowered his head. I have heard stories. Terrible stories. About what happens when you hurt a human. Vork laughed. Stories? Lies. They are weak. Look at him. He does nothing. No weapons, no tech, just a soft animal in a cage. But Daniel's smile grew wider. His blue eyes watched Vork, cold, patient, knowing. A strange feeling crept into the court. The aliens stopped laughing. Some of them felt cold, as if the air had changed. Why was this human so calm? Why did he not beg for his life? Vork shook his head, angry at himself for feeling fear. Enough, he shouted. Bring the mind scanner, I will see his thoughts. 2 tall guards brought the scanner machine. It could read minds, steal secrets. It never failed. They opened the cage. Daniel stood up, slow and steady. No fear in his face, no anger, no panic. He walked out of the cage by himself. Put your hands on the machine, Vork ordered. Daniel did. The machine lit up. Bright lights, strange sounds. It touched Daniel's mind. And then, the machine shook. The lights flashed red. Sparks flew. What is wrong with it? Vork shouted. The machine burned. Smoke rose. It broke apart in the guard's hands. Impossible. That had never happened before. Daniel stepped away from the broken machine. He smiled again. Your toy is broken, he said softly. The guards froze. They could not move. Vork's eyes narrowed. His heart, if he had one, felt heavy. Who are you? Vork asked in a low voice. Daniel tilted his head. I am human, he answered. But not like the ones you knew before. A long silence filled the court. The aliens stared. Some began to feel something they never felt before. Fear. This human, small, soft, no armor, no weapons, was not afraid of the mighty Zargon Empire. Why? What did he know? What power did he have? Vork clenched his fists. "Kill him, now!" he shouted. But Daniel just stood there unsmiling, and something strange was about to happen. The court was silent. No one laughed now. No one spoke. General Vork felt something new, something dangerous. Doubt. He turned to his second commander, Krell, a strong warrior from the iron planet Gorath. Krell, kill him. Use the shock spear. End this now, Vork ordered, his voice low but hard. Krell smiled. With pleasure, my lord. He grabbed the electric spear, a weapon that could burn stone, cut metal, and kill any living thing. Daniel watched him. Calm, silent, hands by his sides. As Krell stepped closer, an old alien, wearing a dark green robe, stood up at the far end of the court. My Lord Vork, the old alien shouted. Everyone turned to look. It was Elder Soren, the oldest mind reader of the council. His face was pale. His 3 eyes were wide open. Stop this madness, Vork. Stop now, Soren said loudly. Vork frowned. What is this? Why do you interrupt me, old fool? Soren raised a shaking hand. I saw his mind. I touched his thoughts when he entered this hall. This human is not normal, not like the others. Krell stopped moving. The electric spear buzzed in his hands. What? Do you mean Elder Soren? Vork asked, his voice sharp. Soren pointed at Daniel. He holds death inside him. A silent weapon, a power no machine can stop. No armor can block. If you touch him, if you harm him, we will all die. The court gasped. Whispers filled the air. A trick, Vork shouted. A mind game. The human has no weapon. No tools. He is empty-handed. But Soren shook his head. His voice broke with fear. No, General. His weapon is not in his hand. It is in his mind. Daniel smiled again, a cold, quiet smile. Enough of this, Krell growled. I will kill him myself. He stepped forward, spear ready. But then, something strange happened. Krell stopped. His body froze, his arms stiff, his legs locked. The spear fell from his hand, clattering to the ground. His mouth opened, but no words came. And then, he fell. Dead. The court screamed. Impossible, shouted Vork Krell, the strongest warrior, dead without a touch, without a shot. Daniel had not moved. Not one step, all he did was look. And Krell died. Panic spread like fire. The aliens pulled back, hiding behind chairs, walls, pillars. Stay away from him, shouted Elder Soren. Do not touch him, I warned you. Daniel took a slow step, forward. The court froze again. His voice was quiet, soft, but clear like metal cutting glass. I told you, I will not be your slave, Daniel said. Who are you? Vork asked, his throat dry. Daniel looked at him with cold eyes. I am human, but not like the ones you knew. I am different now. We are different now. You took one of us and made a mistake. What are you? Vork roared, fear finally showing in his voice. Daniel smiled wider. You thought humans were soft, weak, but you forgot. Earth never forgets. Earth never forgives. You took our people. You broke the peace. So Earth sent me. His eyes glowed faint blue. Strange energy moved in the air. You are lying, Vork shouted. Humans have no power like this, no mind weapon. This is impossible. Impossible for you, Daniel answered. But not for us. Not anymore. Elder Soren dropped to his knees. I saw it, Vork. The human speaks the truth. They have changed. Their minds, their science, they are beyond us now. The aliens in the court began to panic. We should run. Call the guards. No one is safe here, but no one moved. Fear locked their legs. Cold sweat dripped from alien skin. Eyes wide, mouths dry. Daniel stood there, alone, but stronger than all of them. You wanted war, Daniel said softly. But you are not ready for war with Earth. Vork raised his hand to call for backup. No need to call them, Daniel said. Suddenly the communication screens in the court flashed. One by one, every alien soldier on the station fell, dropping dead where they stood. The court saw it, live. Guards falling in the halls, pilots slumping over their ships, engineers gasping and falling to the floor. Dead, all of them. No, Vork gasped. What have you done? I warned you, Daniel said. Touching a human is touching death. The court shook with fear. Soren whispered, This is the end of the Zargon Empire. Daniel took another step forward. The lights flickered. Do you understand now? Daniel said. We are not prey. We are not weak. We are not yours. This galaxy belongs to no one. The court was silent. Even Vork, mighty Vork, could not speak, because for the first time in his life, he was afraid. The court was frozen. No one moved. No one spoke. The fear in the air was heavy like poison gas. General Vork's hand shook on his command console. His mind was racing. His strongest warrior, Krell, was dead, and this human hadn't even touched him. Daniel Reed stood calmly in the middle of the court. His eyes slowly moved from alien to alien. No fear, no hurry, no mercy. Vork shouted, Guards! More guards! Now! A door opened behind him. 5 new guards rushed in, armed with plasma rifles. Their armor was thick, shiny, built to fight the worst enemies in the galaxy. Shoot him! Vork roared. The guards raised their rifles, but they stopped. All 5 froze, like statues, their weapons shaking in their hands. Then one of them screamed. His head snapped back, eyes rolling white, mouth wide open. Without warning, his body collapsed, dead. The other 4 guards screamed in terror. They dropped their guns and tried to run, but it was too late. The second one gasped, fell on his knees, and stopped breathing. The third guard grabbed his throat, choking on air, eyes full of horror. Dead. The last 2 turned toward the exit, but never made it. They fell face first onto the cold metal floor. Dead. 5 guards. Gone in 5 seconds. No gun fired. No weapon used. Only the silent power of one human. Daniel still hadn't moved from his place. His face was calm, empty. Like this was nothing. Whispers filled the court. He is killing them with his mind. Impossible. What is this human monster? Daniel finally spoke. His voice was quiet but filled the whole room. I told you. You touched Earth. Now Earth touches you. Vork stepped back, breathing hard. Sweat ran down his iron-gray skin. This cannot be. Humans cannot do this, he shouted. But Elder Soren shook his old head. We should have left Earth alone. Their evolution, their science. We underestimated it all. Daniel turned to Vork. His blue eyes glowed brighter. General, do you feel it yet? Daniel asked softly. Vork frowned. Feel what? Daniel smiled. The pressure, the weight in your skull, the heat behind your eyes, the taste of metal in your mouth. Vork gasped. He touched his face. His vision blurred. His head felt heavy, as if a giant hand was pressing down on his brain. No. What are you doing? Stop. Vork stumbled, falling to one knee. Daniel stepped closer. Now you feel what my people felt when you sent your ships to Earth. The fear, the pain, the helplessness. How does it feel, General? The other aliens in the court panicked. One by one they ran toward the exits, but the heavy metal doors sealed shut by themselves. Locked. Daniel whispered. No one leaves. The room filled with cries. Let us out. Open the doors. Help, help. But no one could escape. Suddenly, another alien dropped. A merchant from the Zelgon race. His forearms twitching before his heart stopped. Dead. Then a diplomat from the icy world of Vera gasped, clutched her chest, and fell sideways. Dead. Panic became madness. Aliens screamed, climbed walls, jumped over chairs, fell on each other, and Daniel just stood there watching, silent, like death itself. Elder Soren trembled. He fell to his knees, his hands up in surrender. Please, human, please stop. Show mercy. Daniel's cold blue eyes rested on the old alien. Mercy? Did you show mercy to the human colony on Delta 9? The women, the children, the farmers, you burned them for fun. Soren bowed his head, ashamed. We did not know how dangerous humans are. We thought... Daniel cut him off. You thought wrong. More aliens fell. Another guard. A scientist, a pilot. The floor was full of bodies now. Vork tried to stand, but could not. His body was heavy. His eyes burned. His head rang like a bell. What are you? He whispered. Daniel smiled, but this time the smile was different. Cruel. Cold. Final. We were weak. Once. Long ago. But fear made us strong. Pain made us clever. You forced us to become what you see now. The weapon you fear. Vork groaned. What do you want? Daniel turned away, walking slowly toward the main court console. I want you to remember this day. I want the galaxy to remember. Humans are not prey. Humans are not slaves. We are the nightmare you made. He touched the console. With one press, a signal went out. To every ship, every planet of the Zargon Empire, a message of warning. Do not touch Earth. Do not harm humans, or this will happen to you. Vork fell to the floor, gasping, still alive but broken. Daniel turned his glowing eyes to the court. Part 1 is done, he said softly. There is more to come. And in the flickering light, the court smelled of fear, death, and the truth. Humans were the deadliest species in the galaxy. The court smelled of burning wires, fear, and death. Corpses lay scattered across the floor. Guards, diplomats, merchants, scientists. All dead. All silent. But Daniel Reed stood strong, untouched, unarmed, smiling. General Vork gasped for breath on the floor, his hands clutching his head, sweat pouring down his iron-gray skin. His vision blurred, his ears rang. How are you doing this? He groaned. Daniel slowly turned to him, his face calm, like a teacher talking to a child. You wanted to learn the truth about humans, General? Daniel said softly. Then listen carefully, I will teach you the first lesson. The few surviving aliens in the court, trembling, shaking, crying, dared to raise their eyes. Elder Soren struggled to stand, but his old legs shook. What are you? Soren whispered. Daniel smiled coldly. I am the first sign, the first of many. Earth's true weapon is not ships, not guns, not machines. It is something much older and far more dangerous. Vork coughed. His throat was dry, his vision dark. Tell me. Daniel knelt beside him. Fear, General. Fear is our greatest weapon, he said gently. Your empire made humans afraid. You hurt us, you hunted us, you enslaved our people, you thought fear would make us weaker. His eyes burned brighter, glowing blue like hot stars. But you forgot the oldest truth of all, Daniel whispered. He leaned closer to Vork's ear. Fear makes humans stronger. The court echoed with silence. No sound, no movement. Daniel stood looking at the giant display screen behind the court throne. It flickered, and then it changed. A new image appeared, of Earth. Green, blue, white, beautiful. But something was different. Red lines circled the planet. Strange shapes moved around it, dark, silent. Elder. Soren gasped. What are those? Soren asked softly, afraid to hear the answer. Daniel smiled. Our minds have evolved. Our science changed. We unlocked parts of our brain you cannot understand. Fear pushed us. Pain shaped us. Now Earth is protected by the mind network. The aliens in the court, stared, Daniel continued. Every human mind, connected, every thought and every feeling, shared, like one great living mind, one purpose, one power. Vork groaned. Impossible. Daniel laughed quietly. Impossible for you, not for us. We are not many minds anymore. We are one. He turned to the surviving aliens. When you touched me, you touched all of Earth. Every human felt it. Every human saw it. You didn't catch a man today, General. You caught a species. The court shook as the display zoomed. And on Earth's orbit, thousands of black ships drifted silently. No crew, no weapons. Those are mind ships, Daniel said softly. Built from thought, powered by the human will. No fuel, no metal, no crew, only mind. Pure energy, born from fear, from rage, from our pain. Soren trembled. No, this cannot be. No species can do this. Daniel smiled sadly. You made us do this. The Zargon Empire pushed too hard, killed too many. Earth awakened. And now, he pointed at the screen. A single black mind ship moved. Without fire, without sound, it crossed space and touched a distant Zargon colony. The court screen flickered. The Zargon colony burned. Buildings fell. Ships exploded. People ran, screaming, and fell dead one by one. The court gasped. Gone, Daniel said quietly. One touch, one thought. No war, no battle, only death. The aliens panicked again. We cannot fight this. We must run. No ships left. They're dead too. Let us surrender, please. But Daniel raised his hand. Silence fell. I am not here to destroy you. Not yet. I came with a warning. His eyes glowed brighter. Touch Earth again, and the mind ships will come. Not one. Not a few. All of them. To every planet, every moon, every star you own. And nothing will survive, not a rock, not a worm, not a shadow. He leaned closer to Elder Soren. Tell them. Tell the whole galaxy. Earth is awake now. Earth remembers. And Earth does not forgive. Soren bowed low, his head touching the floor. I will tell them. I swear. I will make sure they all know. Daniel smiled gently. Good. Because this was only the first sign. He walked toward the court doors. As he moved, the heavy steel doors opened slowly, without touch, by thought alone. Vork struggled to lift his head. Why? Why did you spare me? He gasped. Daniel turned, his face unreadable. Because I want you to live, General. I want you to wake up every day. And remember this. The day the hunter became the hunted. The day humans became more than you ever feared. The doors opened wide. Beyond them, the Zargon space station lay silent. No alarms. No soldiers. No life. All dead. Daniel Reed stepped through the doorway. His voice echoed in the court behind him. Earth is coming. And then he was gone. The court sat in broken silence. The nightmare had begun. The great Zargon Council gathered in secret. It was the first emergency meeting in 300 years. 12 leaders from 12 powerful worlds sat around a dark, round table, their faces pale, their eyes wide with fear. On the big screen behind them, the image of Daniel Reed, the human who killed hundreds without touching them, was frozen. The silence in the room was heavy. Finally, High Lord Zar, the leader of the Zargon Empire, spoke. What happened on the space station is impossible, he said. His voice shook. No weapon, no touch, no sound. Yet hundreds are dead. The others said nothing. Zar slammed his hand on the table. Speak, we need answers. How did this human do this? A scientist from the frozen moon of Vera cleared his throat. My lord, this is no machine, no poison. This is thought power, mind energy, something new, something far beyond us. Magic? Zar spat the word. The scientist shook his head. No, worse than magic. Pure evolution. The humans have linked their minds. All of them. Like one brain spread across a whole planet, maybe the whole species. The room gasped. Impossible, shouted a warrior from the fireworld Graxus. One mind for billions? No race can do that. But they have done it, the scientist whispered. I checked the data. Their brainwaves are connected. They share thoughts, emotions, strength. They are united. Another leader, Queen Lyra from the shadow planet Morth, spoke softly. That is why one human killed our soldiers without moving, because he was not alone. His mind was powered by the thoughts of all humans on Earth. Her words made the room colder. Zar felt fear in his stomach, a feeling he had never known before. We must find a way to fight this, Zar said quickly. A way to break this mind network. There must be a way. The scientist shook his head again. We tried to block their signals. We failed. The energy they use is not radio, not telepathy, not anything we know. It comes from their brains directly. Pure thought. Lyra leaned forward. If they attacked us with their mind ships, how long could we survive? The scientist lowered his eyes. 5 days, maybe less. Then the entire Zargon Empire would fall. No escape. No defense. Nothing left. A dark silence filled the room. For the first time in history, the Zargon Empire felt helpless. No warships? Zar asked. No bombs? No viruses? The scientist shook his head again. Nothing can stop them. Their ships need no fuel. No metal. They are made of energy. Our weapons pass through them like smoke. Then what can we do? Lyra whispered. The room sat quiet, until Elder Soren appeared on the screen. His face was old, tired, his eyes full of fear. I spoke to the human on the court station, Soren said slowly. He gave us one warning. Never touch Earth again. Never harm a human, or they will come. Zar's face turned red with anger. Fear is not a plan, he shouted. We are the Zargon Empire. We ruled for 1,000 years. We crushed worlds. We cannot bow to humans like slaves. But if we touch Earth again and we die, Soren said softly. It is that simple. Zar gritted his teeth. No, he growled. There is another way. A secret way. The others looked at him. We kill Earth itself, Zar whispered. Destroy the human homeworld, the planet, the cities, the oceans, everything. Burn it to ash before they attack. The room gasped in horror. Impossible, Lyra said. That would wake the mind ships for sure. They would destroy us all in rage. But Zar smiled. Not if we do it quietly. A silent weapon, a secret virus. No sound, no warning. Earth will die, and the mind network with it. The scientist hesitated. There is one virus in the Forbidden Labs, but it is too dangerous. It eats life itself. It could destroy us if it escapes. Zar's eyes burned. Perfect. We use this virus. One ship, one bomb. Earth dies before they can strike back. Lyra shook her head. This is madness. It is survival, Zar roared. We are the Zargon Empire. We will not die like weaklings. Silence fell again. Then Soren spoke quietly. You forget something, High Lord. Zar turned sharply. What? Soren sighed. His old voice cracked. With fear. The humans knew this meeting would happen. They knew we would plan this. Their minds are linked. They see what we do. They hear what we plan. The room froze. On the big screen, the image of Daniel Reed moved. He smiled. A cold, knowing smile. Hello, Zargon Council. Daniel's voice filled the room. Planning to destroy Earth? Planning to use your virus? We know. We see. We hear. There are no secrets from us now. Zar stood, heart racing. No. This cannot be. Daniel's eyes burned brighter. You wanted war. Now war comes to you. Behind him, the shadowy shapes of hundreds of mind ships appeared. Silent. Waiting. The screen turned dark. Soren whispered the final truth. It's too late. They are already here. The Zargon council chamber was silent. No one spoke. No one breathed. Daniel Reed's face had disappeared from the screen, but his words stayed in the air, like poison. We see. We hear. We are already here. High Lord Zar's legs shook. Sweat ran down his back. They can't be here, not yet, not this fast, he whispered. But Elder Soren's face was pale. No, Zar. They are here. Above us. Around us. Waiting. The giant display lit up. A live view from space. The Zargon. Homeworld floated in the black sky, and then behind it, the mine ships. Thousands of black shapes surrounded the planet. Like silent shadows. Like death itself. No lights, no engines, no sound. But they pulsed with strange blue energy, the glow of 1 billion human minds working together. Panic exploded in the room. "We must run," shouted Queen Lyra. "There is nowhere to run," the scientist cried. "Their ships are faster than light. They move with thought. They could reach us before we blink." "Fight," roared the warrior of Graxus. "We must fight them." "With what?" Soren asked coldly. "Our weapons pass through them like air. Our shields are useless, our ships are dead before they fly." Zar gripped the table. "This cannot be the end," he growled. "There must be something." Suddenly the main screen flashed. A message. From Earth. Only one sentence. "You have one last choice." The room went cold. A small screen opened beside the message. Daniel Reed appeared again. Calm, quiet, deadly. His blue eyes burned bright. "You have done great evil," Daniel said softly. "You killed our colonies, our people, our children. You broke every law of life. You deserve death." Zar clenched his fists. "But we are not like you," Daniel continued. "We give you a choice. One last way to live." The aliens in the room leaned forward. "Listen carefully," Daniel said. "You will choose now, life or death. If you wish to live, you will surrender everything." "Everything?" Queen Lyra whispered. "Everything," Daniel said, firmly. "Your empire, your weapons, your ships, your armies, all gone forever. You will become workers, farmers, builders. You will make food, clothes, homes. No more war, no more empires, no more power." Zar's face turned red. His pride burned. "You want us to become slaves?" "No," Daniel said quietly. "Not slaves. Something harder. Something your kind has forgotten. You will become peaceful, or you will become extinct." The screen flickered. A countdown appeared. 9:59. 9:58. 10 minutes, Daniel said. "Decide fast. If you refuse, the mine ships will burn your world. No warning, no mercy, nothing left." The room exploded with noise. "We cannot surrender," Zar roared. "We are the Zargon Empire. We rule the stars." "And where has that brought you?" Soren asked, bitterly. "To death, to fear, to the edge of the grave." Queen Lyra trembled. "We must think. If we choose wrong, we die forever. All our cities, all our children." The scientist spoke. "There is no defense, no weapon, no escape. This is no bluff. They knew our plans before we made them. They see into our minds," Zar growled. "Then we attack. Now, all weapons. Fire on the mine ships. Burn them before they burn us." Soren sighed. "You fool. Did you not hear him? We shoot. They destroy us. We fight. They crush us. There is only one way to live." Zar grabbed Soren by the throat. "You are a coward." But before he could kill him, the lights went dark. The screen flashed again, a new face. Not Daniel, a human child. Small, smiling. Her voice filled the room. "Please, choose peace. We don't want to kill you, but we will if you make us." The council froze. A human child, part of the mind network, spoke to them, Pure, honest, deadly. 10 billion humans are watching, the child said sweetly. They all know you. They all feel your fear. They all want you to live or die. You must choose. The countdown kept ticking, 9. 4 to 58. 4, 57, silence. Then Queen Lyra stood. Her face was pale, but her voice was strong. I choose peace, she said. The room gasped. Tsar shouted, Traitor! Coward! But Lyra did not blink. I choose life for my people, she said. We will give up the empire. We will farm, build, live. Better than dust. Better than death. Soren stood beside her. I choose peace, he said softly. The scientist nodded. Peace. One by one, the council members stood. Peace. 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 Tsar stood alone. His heart burned with fury. But even he knew the war was lost. Slowly, painfully, no. He raised his hand. Peace, he growled. The screen flickered. Daniel Reed returned, smiling softly. Wise choice, Daniel said. The mine ships will stand down. Your world will live. But your empire is gone forever. The age of Zargon is over. The countdown stopped. 0. Silence. And then, the mine ships slowly turned away. One by one, they vanished into the darkness of space. The room shook with quiet relief. Queen Lyra fell into her chair, shaking. We are alive. But Elder, Soren whispered the truth. No, we are not alive. We are watched. Forever. Because far away, in the mind of every human, the memory remained. Never again. The Zargon Empire was no more. Their warships stood silent. Their weapons were melted. Their armies were disbanded. Across the Empire's worlds, great statues of warlords were torn down. War banners burned in the streets. Farms grew where military bases once stood. Factories made food, not bombs. The old ways were finished, or so it seemed. But deep under the surface of the Zargon homeworld, in a forgotten tunnel, something else was happening. A small group of figures gathered in secret. Their leader was High Lord Tsar. His eyes burned with anger. His body was thin, weak from shame. But his pride was alive. We are slaves now, Tsar whispered. Farmers, builders, animals for the humans' amusement. Is this what the Zargon people have become? Around him stood 12 old warriors, all dressed in black. Their faces were hidden, their hearts full of rage. We obeyed, said one. We chose peace, but they still watch us. We cannot move. We cannot speak freely. They listen to every word. Tsar nodded. Yes, the human mind network is everywhere. In the air, in the machines, in the walls. Watching, always watching. Another warrior growled. We should have died fighting. No, Tsar said quietly. We chose peace to live. But now, we plan. We wait. We learn. The warriors leaned closer. I have found a way, Tsar whispered. A way to fight the humans, without their mind network seeing. The room went cold. Impossible, someone said. They see everything. They hear everything. Tsar smiled. Not everything, he said. There is one thing they cannot see, one thing they cannot hear. What is it? Asked a warrior. Tsar leaned in. Dreams. The warriors stared. Dreams, one said. What use are dreams? Tsar's eyes shined. The humans cannot read dreams. They cannot enter the sleeping mind. Our machines found this truth. When we sleep, we are free. Silence filled the tunnel. In dreams, we can build weapons, Tsar whispered. We can train armies. We can plan. In dreams, we are invisible. A wicked hope rose in the warriors' hearts. Can dreams make real weapons? One asked. Not yet, Zar said. But soon. There is an old science, banned long ago. It can make dream thoughts become real. Solid. Matter made from mind. Another gasped. The thought forge, he whispered. But that is forbidden, too dangerous. It was destroyed centuries ago. Zar smiled. Not destroyed. Hidden. I know where it sleeps. Beneath the ice of Vera Prime. The old labs remain. We will awaken them. We will build a weapon. Born from dreams. A warrior shivered. But the humans will know. They will feel it. Not if we dream slowly, Zar said. Not if we hide our minds. Shape the weapon in secret. When the time is right and the thought forge will make it real. A weapon they cannot stop. The warriors grinned. The dream of rebellion was alive, but far away, across the blackness of space, on the blue world of Earth. Daniel Reed sat quietly in a small room. His eyes were closed, his breathing soft. His mind connected to the mind network. He felt peace across the stars. The Zargon Empire was broken. Their war was over. Their weapons gone. But then, a shadow moved. A whisper touched his thoughts. A feeling, strange, soft, like smoke. Dream. Daniel frowned. The mind network stirred. 1 billion human minds paused. What is this? Daniel thought. A secret? A hidden thing? The dream came again. Cold, dark, fearful. A memory of Vera Prime. Ice, labs, old machines, and a word. The thought forge. Daniel's eyes opened wide. Their dreams, he whispered. They dream of war. The mind network heard him. Around the earth, humans paused. Across the colonies, humans froze. They felt the dream too. In the halls of power, the human leaders spoke as one. Zargon dreams of rebellion. The news flashed across space. Back on the Zargon homeworld, Zar stood in the tunnel smiling. His secret plan was growing. But then, the air changed. A deep, low hum filled the tunnel. A voice spoke, not loud, not angry, just soft, cold. We see your dreams now. The warriors froze. Zar's smile died. Daniel Reed's voice filled the darkness. We thought dreams were safe. We thought we could not touch them. But your fear, your hate, made them loud. And now we hear. The tunnel shook, walls cracked, a blue light filled the air. A shape appeared, tall, human, glowing with mind energy. It was Daniel. But not his body, only his thought. Stop your dreams, Daniel said softly. Stop, now, or your world dies before the sun rises again. Zar fell to his knees. How can you enter dreams? He gasped. Daniel smiled. We evolved. Again. You made us stronger. Your fear made us grow. There is nowhere to hide now. The mind, shape turned to the others. Sleep in peace, or sleep in death. You choose. Then the light vanished. Silence returned. Zar lay on the floor, shaking. His dream weapon, his thought forge, gone before it began. The warriors said nothing. For the first time in Zargon history, they knew total defeat. No escape, no hope, no more dreams. The Zargon Empire was gone, not broken, not defeated, erased. Their warships rusted, in empty space. Their weapons lay deep under the ground, forgotten. Their generals worked in fields, planting food. Their warriors built houses and schools. No more empires, no more kings, no more power, only quiet, only peace, but not freedom. Every Zargon felt it. The Watchers, the Eyes, the humans. Their strange mind network watched everything. Every step, every word, every thought. Even dreams were not safe now. When they slept, they felt the humans, like cold wind on the skin, like silent whispers in the ear. Stay peaceful, stay quiet, stay safe. Even High Lord Zar, once the most feared warrior in the galaxy, felt the cold hand of fear. He woke every night shaking. He dreamed of rebellion, of war, of power, and every time, the humans came. Their glowing shapes filled his dreams, smiling, calm, deadly. "No, more dreams, Tsar, we hear you," he would scream in the night. But no one could help him, because they all felt it too. The whole Zargon race was trapped in a dream prison, forever, and far away, on Earth. Daniel Reed stood in the great mind chamber. He closed his eyes. The power of 1 billion minds filled him. He saw every world. He heard every whisper. He felt every fear. The Zargon homeworld was quiet. No rebellion. No war. Only work. Only peace. A perfect prison. And yet, something was wrong. He felt it. A shadow. Small. Tiny. Hidden deep. A child. A Zargon child. Her mind was clear. Pure. Strange. She was not afraid. She did not dream of war. She dreamed of something else. A door. Daniel frowned. "A door," he whispered. "What door?" He followed the dream. Through dark tunnels, through old ruins, through forgotten machines, until he saw it. A great black door under the Zargon capital. Locked. Dead. For centuries, but the child stood before it, smiling, waiting. Daniel reached for her mind, but she pulled away, fast. Clever. Too clever. Daniel gasped. "She's hiding her dream. From us." "How?" The mind network roared. Danger. Unknown. Fear. The child's mind flickered. A strange shape appeared in her dream. Not war, not rebellion. Something worse. Freedom. A future without the humans. A future without the mind network. A key. A weapon not of steel, but of mind. Daniel's heart froze. She's found a way to break the mind chain. He tried to touch her mind. Stop her. But the dream was locked. Blocked. Impossible. Daniel gasped again. Who taught her this? This is not Zargon science. And then he felt it. Another presence, old, cold, laughing, not human, not Zargon. Something else watching, waiting, smiling in the dark. Daniel whispered, "Who are you?" The voice answered. In his mind. Soft. Terrible. "We are the forgotten, the first minds, the builders of the thought forge, the ones who wait in the cracks between dreams." Daniel's skin turned cold. The legends were true. The thought forge was not Zargon, not human. It was older, it was alive, and it was waking. "Why help the child?" Daniel asked. The voice laughed. "Because she dreams of freedom, and so do we." The dream door opened. A blue light poured out. Daniel screamed. The mind network shook. Across Earth. Humans cried out. Something was breaking. The chain. The prison. The control. Daniel saw the future. Zargon minds. Free. Their dreams. Strong. The thought forge. Alive again. Weapons of pure mind. Rising from nothing. The balance of power. Shattered. And worse. The forgotten. Released old minds hungry. Wild their prison. Broken at last. Daniel fought. He pushed. He burned. But the door was open. Too late. The child smiled. The dream glowed, and everything changed. Forever, a new age began. Not of humans. Not of Zargon. But of the forgotten. The old ones. The dream makers. The secret rulers. The galaxy would never be the same. And somewhere, in the darkness between stars, they laughed. Soft. Cold. Endless.